All right, we're ready for our last layout. This is our second layout in the Sweetest Honey workshop. We're going to do some more of the distressed oxides, and we're going to stamp a little bit with the bee and add some fun cork shapes and things like that. So let's go ahead and get started. I'm going to pay attention this time to where everything goes. All right, so let's go ahead and start with the left page. We're going to prep the base pages first, I believe. Let me grab my instructions. Okay, yeah, we're going to go ahead and just put those aside. All right. Grab our Distressed Oxide Spiced Marmalade. And this one, we're going to add a little splotch right here for that title. Again, you can go as light or as dark as you want. I'm lightly pressing and then I'll start pressing harder as the ink lays down onto the paper. So I don't want those circles that I just accidentally got. You can make that area as big and as dark. It's totally up to you. So you have that area, and then we're going to about the 4.5 inch line. We're going to add just a little bit right here just to peek out behind that pattern paper, and then same on the other side. We're going to add about 4.5 just to add a little bit to peek out. Okay, so we're going to grab my paper towels. They've ran away. There they are. So grab your water. We're going to do the same type of technique that we did on the last one and just add droplets to those areas. Okay. And use a paper towel. Sorry, my voice is going. Paper towel to soak that up. And same with that one. Okay, and we're going to let that dry. And then bring in our second page. And we're going to add some right here at the top. Just to peek out behind those papers. I found Distress Oxides a really fun way to add color. Let's see, so this one's go about 7 inches. To add a little bit of color behind what would normally be just a plain background. You can also use, just plain inks and sponging. But these Distressed Oxides are super fun with the how it reacts to the water. So it just kind of adds an added element. Sprinkle, sprinkle. So it just kind of depends on what look you're going for, of what inks or what direction you want to go in. So pull that up, pull that. Okay, we're going to let that dry, and we can start with our first page. These go together pretty quick. Okay, make sure we're in camera. All right. So we have a striped piece, shortbread, the zip strip, and mink. Oh, we're going to stamp on that. Good thing I didn't put my stamps away. And then we have some journaling, or not journaling, sorry, photo mats. Okay. So what we'll want to do is maybe just grab your second piece of ink, or mink. I messed that up earlier. Mink ink. They rhyme. And grab your stamp set. So we want this big guy again with mink. And we're going to stamp it, if you can tell, like right across that bottom, just to add a little bit of interest to the bottom of that color, or yeah, just a plain piece of cardstock. I laid it down first, just with the mink cardstock, and I'm like, it just needs a little something. It was a little too plain. So I grabbed this big guy and added some ink to the bottom. I think it turned out really cute. Okay, I'm gonna ink up this big thing and add some color and pattern. And if it's not exact, it's okay. Oh, you know what I need to do is add the foam piece. That would be helpful. The foam piece will help you get a better image. Okay. And a second one. But what I was saying is it's okay if it's not perfect, because you're going to be covering it up a little bit with photo squares and things like that. So it's just to add a little bit of interest to the back of your page. All right, last one. And this is mink cardstock. I forgot to mention that. So this is tone on tone. So this, I'm using mink. Oh my goodness. Mink ink on mink cardstock. So you can barely see it, but it's enough of a contrast that it adds just a little bit of something. So if you have just a plain piece of cardstock and you need, it's just too plain, just add some stamped images in the tone on tone, and it'll take care of that for you. Oh, okay, here we go. So this one, we're going to add the stripe about 4.5 inches from the bottom. And then add your mink piece about 1/8 of an inch above that in the center. So your little thing is peeking through. 1/8 of an inch. And then our shortbread, and I'm using the light side, so I'm going to put the glue on the dark side. And this goes about 3 3/4 inches up. Nope, that's not right. 2 2 That's like, this one is right next to it. I should just line it up. 2 1/4. There we go. I was like, that was too high. And the zip strip, it's going to add right in the center. And I didn't trim that one off, but I can go all the way across. My original one did not, so I wonder if I cut. No, I didn't trim those. So either way, you could go all the way across, or you can trim it a little bit. And then we have our photo mats. And I'm going to leave about 1/2 inch from the bottom. And then we have one more right here. And I'm going to line up the bottom and just put it in the center of that area. Okay, so now we have these cute little Sundance. Again, this was cute, but I felt like it needed a little something, so I cut these, and they're just going to peek out from behind that at an angle, just to add a little something. And we can add, I'll stamp the bees at the very end, how about that? But we can add our stickers and our cork shapes. So this Oh Honey I thought was really cute. So I'm going to add that right up in this area. Or if you have another title you want to use, you can totally change it. This paper is pretty neutral, this layout's pretty neutral, so if there's another title that works better for your project, you could cut it on the Cricut or thin cuts. So many possibilities. Okay, I'm gonna add, and I'm not really measuring or being too picky about the placement because I kind of want it to be messy, where it's not exactly straight. That was the look I was going for. And there we go. And the Y. I can never get them on straight anyway, so I purposely make them a little wonky. Okay, so let's grab the cork shapes. Oh, one fell out. And I thought these brackets were super cute to add a little bit right there. And then we have this little cluster of honeycombs. And I just need 2 of the punch outs. And the rest I can use for something else. And then an itty bitty heart. And you'll find those like inside of the little honeycomb. Itty bitty heart. All right, I think that is all. We can lay these down. And I didn't really put these straight either. I was going more for, I don't know, an organic look. I don't even know what to call it. But if you are one that has to have it straight, by all means, put it straight. And add this little honeycomb pattern right there. And then these 2 right next to them. How's everybody doing? Let me know in the comments. It's kind of hard when it's a virtual craft day when it's just me talking, but when you comment, I can see you're there. I can, my phone is too high, so I can't see comments at the exact time that you put them, but I do go back and answer questions after. So if you have any questions, go ahead and put them in the comments. Okay, so we're going to stamp it in a minute. So I'll put that aside and grab our second side. It's pretty much the same as the first. Grab our pieces. So we have our stripe, our shortbread, our little piece right there, all of our photo mats, and our zip strip. Okay. Oops. Open my glue. You can use the other side if you like that Sundance pattern better. The beauty of double-sided papers. So this is going 1.5 up Maybe that's a better way to measure, is going from up. Okay, and I stamped that piece of cardstock. No, oh, there it is. I was like, now where did it go? Our mink, about 1/8 of an inch up. And then we have our shortbread. I'm going to put adhesive on the dark side, and this is about 2 1/4. And there we go. And then we have our zip strip. Again, in the sample it was cut, but I forgot to cut them. So now you can see what it'll look like either way. And then we have our photo mats. Put that about right there. And I was supposed to have 3 of these and 1 walk away. Oh, there it is. Just underneath all the things. So they will kind of go like that. So the center one lines up with this piece right here. And then you can put the other 2 down. So this layout has a lot of room for photos. If you want to add more, you could add more flip flaps, all kinds of fun things. All right, and then we have one little spot for journaling or another photo. And our little piece of Sundance that we're going to have peek out from behind that photo mat. So fun. Okay, let's do our cork shapes, and then we will stamp our adorable little bees. So here is kind of the medium cork shape, and we need 2 of those. And I need an itty bitty heart again. To go in the center. And then we'll do our bees. Okay. So let me add these. Oh, come on, little guy. Those thin ones can be tricky. Now, I don't know if you've noticed, but I did rip one while we were doing it, and I didn't say anything at the time, but I'm going to tell you now. If you rip it, it's okay. Just lay it down, glue it in the spot you want it, and match it up. You won't even be able to tell. They are a little delicate, but you can't really tell once you lay it down. Okay, so right there, and there we go. And as you can see, you can peel them up and place them somewhere else if you need to. Oh, come on, little heart. Look at my feet. Yep, the black is definitely from these cork shapes. Now, I have seen other makers color these cork shapes. So you can use markers, you can color them with glitter shimmer brushes, markers, what else did they color them with? Ink. So you can color these shapes if you would like to. All right, so now let's grab our black ink and the bee stamp, this little guy, and I'm going to add some bees across the page. Just add a couple wherever you would like, just to add a little bit of fun. And I'm going to add one right there, and then one down here on the bottom. And then our first page right here, I'm going to add a couple more. And I have them all facing the same direction. You can change that up. You could even add some lines coming out from behind them, like the little buzz lines with your journaling pen. So you can add more if you would like to this layout. So many fun possibilities. Or you can totally change it up. It is your layout. You can do whatever you would like. Okay, so layout number 2. Super fun. More of those distress oxides, some cork shapes, and a lot of spaces for photos. So, okay, so I have one more project that I'm going to share with you. It's our bonus project. So come back in just a little bit and I will share how to create that fun tie card, as I like to call it. And I'll be back in just a little bit.